Hi guys, we are back. How are you, Harry?
I'm not going to say the word, but I am excellent.
Me too. It's my birthday today. Did you know that?
Yeah, but we don't celebrate that.
No, we don't celebrate that, but loads of people sending me messages. Happy birthday. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, why would we want to celebrate the day that we attach ourselves to a realm that doesn't exist and then blow out our spirit on a cake that represents our placenta that we've given away?
And blow out our light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hope you're all okay, guys. Welcome to all our new subscribers. Guys, if you haven't gone back and watched the 11-minute video we did a couple of days ago called The Missing Link, you really need to, otherwise this one won't make a lot of sense. We have got some absolutely mind-blowing information that we're going to drop on you in this one.
And remind them too about the heart is not what you think it is.
No,
and,
no.
And we're gonna show you that a little bit today too.
Yeah, the heart is not a pump. Was the one prior to The Missing Link. You really need to watch those two in order to understand what we're going to put out in this one. So we're going to get straight to it. Why? Well, because it's probably going to be a little bit longer than usual. Okay, so elements. The electronic mind of God. We all think, we all believe that we're living in a duality. We're living in at least a duality within a duality. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's why the previous video, The Missing Link, is so important for you to understand. So we're going to start this one with a little warning. Some of the content in this presentation may not sit well with some viewers. If that's the case and you wish to complain, please put your complaint in writing. Send it to Harry at toughtitty@growapair.com. That's not a misprint because everything's a con. No, seriously, guys. We know that you guys follow this channel because you like our content. And I assure you that we have not gone crazy. We seem to reach a certain level in our journey during which certain information is revealed to us that we would have dismissed only a few days ago. This one is a perfect example. So buckle up, guys. We love you all. Now, pay attention to these numbers: 30, which of course is 3, 118, and 55. And one more thing. Some of the content in this presentation is serious stuff, but I'm going to do my best we are going to do our best to present it in a light-hearted way, because once you see through the deception, you'll see the funny yet somewhat sick side of it too. Well, hopefully. Now, we're going to, in this one, we're going to be doing, we're going to be concentrating on numbers, which is extremely important. And I'm using this particular website, Gematrinator. Comes with the basic 4 ciphers: English ordinal, full reduction, reverse, and then I've added Chaldean. Chaldean is the oldest form of numerology. Now, for those that are not quite familiar with what this actually is, as an example, I put the letters A and Z. Well, we know A is the first letter of the alphabet, Z is the 26, or Z is the 26. So 26 and 1, or 1 plus 26 comes to 27. 2 and 7 is 9. This one is full reduction. Well, what does that mean? Well, the Z is 26. 2 plus 6 is 8. Add A, add the 1, you get 9. And the reverse is just reverse. Z is 1, A being 26. Okay, so we've got the A and the Z. We've got the 1, the 26, or the 26 and 1, which is why we get the 27. 26 plus 1 is 27. 2 and 6 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And then we've got the Chaldean over here, which is a completely different cipher. So we're going to start off with this one. The word Sherlock. How many people have you ever met a Sherlock, Harry? Have you ever met anybody called Sherlock?
I have never met anyone with that name.
No, nor me. But what was Sherlock Holmes's job? He was a investigator, wasn't he? He was a private detective who went looking for the clues. Well, if we type in Sherlock, and this came to me, guys, because of the title, Element. Element, elementary, my dear Watson. Remember? Well, in this opening slide, what do we got? We've got the 30 in the Chaldean, and we got the 1188. Okay. My dear, elementary, my dear Watson. Oh, look, 30. Watson. What do we got in the Watson? We've got the 8 in 20, the Chaldean, 2 and 6 is 8. And we've got the 11, 2 and 9 is 11. So we've got an 8 and 11. Elementary, my dear Dr. Watson, gives us a 1188 and 3. You'll see in a minute. Santa Claus, 30, 111, which is 3. Okay, so we've got Santa Claus coming down the chimney. Santa enters your home through an entrance. A chimney, let's say, is an above ground rabbit hole of sorts, where he brings you presents, which is your presence. It is we who are the Satan, the ego, coming down the chimney, the entrance, in order to be present in this matrix where we will be entranced. Entrance, 30. 8 is the incarnation. Oh, look, 8811 and the 3. Alice, as in Alice in Wonderland, 30. Now, we briefly spoke about this one, Harry, didn't we? Janus, the two-headed or two-faced quote unquote God. How many cheeks would it have?
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, we don't know about what's down there, do we? But it's certainly got 4 up top.
Yeah.
But we also know that these are known as cheeks, and this is why the heart is not a pump video or podcast is so important, guys. Ass cheeks. Oh, look, 30. Cheeky. Oh, look, 30. And of course, you've got the 5 and 7 there, Harry, which you showed in the heart is not a pump. The 7 on the palm of your hand and your 5 fingers. You got the 5 and 7 connection. You cheeky bugger. You cheeky bugger. Bugger, 30. Guys, don't bother commenting about the 33s. We're going to do a whole podcast on 33 because it's not what you think it is. Completely different. Bugger is a word that is commonly used in the UK, but it basically means the same as sodomite. Okay, and it is a verb, to bugger. Yeah. And Harry, you sent me this one. Perfect example of what the heart symbol really is. The heart symbol, guys, is that it's nothing to do with what you've been taught. And here is a beautiful example of the quote unquote heart, and exactly the same. But what's happening, guys? This is called a spade. A spade. Who's doing the digging? Dig it, man. Dig it. Okay, we taught that we have good and bad. Good and bad. 30 again. Now, talking of good, awesome friend, Lovegood, friend of the channel. Look what she's written here. Pretty bad, pretty awful, fairly bad, kind of good, pretty damn good. And yet we're taught we just have good and bad. Well, not bad. How was the meal, Harry? Oh, not bad. But if you said something unexpected, I would go, hey, not bad, bro, which has a completely different meaning to not bad.
Or how about that is so bad?
Yeah. And isn't it funny how, have you seen that new movie? It's wicked. You know, it's weird how we how different words have been given different meanings. We have been fooled, guys. Good and bad, 30, fooled, 30, and also the 57. What's April Fool's Day? April the 1st, 57, 30. And we have the 8, the incarnation there as well. I mean, this popped up yesterday. You know, it's all mockery, guys. We have just been mocked and mocked and mocked from day one. Now, we've spoken about this movie ad nauseum, and guys, there was something that I missed. You really need to watch this movie. You really need to watch this movie. Look what's in the background on the bus. 33 downtown. So I typed in downtown, and what did I get? 88. Now, 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. So it reduces to 7. And we've done podcasts on this. If you go and look at our reincarnation trap, where we talk about this realm being the realm of 7 days of the week, 7 colors of the rainbow, 7 notes on a scale, 7 on the palm of your hand. Incarnation. Okay, now you're not going to, you can't make this up. I looked at the release date of Free Guy, 11th of August, 811 or 118, whichever way around you want to look at it. 118. Now, there is a point in the movie, I want to give you a spoiler alert, where the quote unquote boss, they're talking about money, and he says it's not about money, it's about the numbers. Money is numbers, he says, but numbers are important. Numbers are important is exactly what he says. 118 there, guys. 88118. When did the movie come out? 118 this year. Some of you might know this. This is the car, allegedly, that belonged to Archduke Ferdinand, who was shot back in 1913, 14, whatever. But it's supposed to have sparked World War I. That's the registration on the car. A being the first letter of the alphabet. So that's technically a 1. When did it end? Oh, November 11 o'clock, 1918. 111118. 111118. You can't make this up. They called it Armistice Day. Why? Well, because if you type Armistice Day, you get 1188. And of course, we have the 30 again. We have the 55. 55 represents Satan. And you're going to see that in a minute. So the Holy Trinity, the 3, okay, the sun, the moon, and the earth. Earth, sun, and moon. 1188. And of course, the 55.
55.
Yep. Now, number. We all know what a number is, but what about the word numb? My arm feels numb. In fact, it feels number than it did yesterday. So if number means more numb, why the B, and why is it spelt the same as number? Why is it not spelt number? Because if we put number into the calculator, we get 30. We also get 26, which of course is the Yod-Heh Vah-Heh, in the Hebrew, the value of God of this realm, and of course 26 letters in the alphabet. But more important is the 30 that we're focusing on. Now, this is even more interesting. The movie is called Free Guy, and we've got 30 twice, okay, in the Chaldean and in the English reverse. But look at the numbers, guys. We have 8742. Slavery, we have 8742. We also have 102 and 30, when we also have 102 and 30 in Free Guy. So 87, 42, 102, and 30 are an overlap. Okay, 102, 30, 102, 30, 87, 42, 87, 42. The only difference there is the Chaldean, but it still reduces to 3, right? In Free Guy, it's 30, and in Slavery, it's 21. 2 and 1 is 3. Wrestle. Look at this. Wrestle. 102, 30, 87, 42. Same as Slavery, which is basically an overlap of Free Guy. Why do I put wrestle in there? Because of Ephesians 6. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. Well, what's a principality? It can be an authoritative building or a building of authority, but we have principles, don't we? Against powers. Which power? Against our own power. Are we wrestling against flesh and blood? Are we wrestling against ourselves? Or are we wrestling against Satan, which would be the adversary? Our higher self would be our Satan. We down here would be, the Satan compared to our higher self. Spiritual wickedness in high places. Well, has that been twisted? I don't know. Just thought about it. Incarnation, not only 118 in English ordinal, but it's 11888. What did Free Guy do? Harry kind of incarnated into the movie, right? He was an NPC who became a character. So we said that Satan is 55. Well, it's also 10, and you can see we've got the 1188 again. And the Chaldean, the 14 reducing to 5. Well, we have 5 fingers, we have 5 toes, and we have 14 bones, 14 phalanges in our fingers and toes. But we've got the 55 and the 10, 1188. Okay, look at this. Man, 10, 11881. And mom, lady, female, 11881. 28 and 10 and 10 in the Chaldean. The only two that change is the reverse ordinal, reverse full reduction, 8026, 5317. But they still revert. They still in numerology, they're still reduced to 8. So in man, you've got 11881. In woman, you've got, or mom, you've got 11881. Nowhere. Well, nowhere. We've got the 11. We've got the 101. But again, we've got the 88. 88 miles an hour. Remember in the Back to the Future movies, it's all about incarnation, reincarnation. Chaldean 35 reduces to 8. So we've got the 8 and the 11 again. The 811. Right. I want you to give me some poetic license, because if we agree that the word every means the same as all, as in everyone stand up, all of you stand up, then the word everywhere could technically mean all where, right? I know it's not a word, but every and all mean the same thing. All where would be the opposite of nowhere. But watch this. You put all where into the calculator, not only do we get 30, but we get 42, which of course is the meaning of life according to the movie. Is it nowhere to go? Nowhere. Is it now here? Or is it know where to go? Remember the song? You're everywhere and nowhere, baby. You know, this song came into my head when I'm doing this. Hi ho, silver lining. Put it in the calculator. 1188 and 11. There's your 11s, your 8s, your 1s again. Now, we are electrical beings. We have the 30 again, the 88, reincarnation. Numerical, we have the 30. We have the 57, 7 on your hand, 5 fingers. The 42, which is the meaning of life, and the 96, which is the yin yang, back to back. And we know that numerical represents pi, which is 3. Yeah, I know, 3.14, but it's still 3. Everything's 30 here. 3, 3, 3. Numerical. Pi is the numerical code that runs this matrix. It's the computer code. It's sin energy, synergy. 1 and 1 is 3. Well, if we put sin energy into the calculator, oh look, 88113. We've got the 30, we've got the 46. But more importantly, we've got the 8811 and the 3. Can't make this up. Our minds are mind. Mind with a, as in an ED, is 19. Chaldean is probably the most important here in these ciphers, but I can't do this just using Chaldean because it's too important. So what is 19? Well, battery. And what's a battery, guys? 1188. 19 in Chaldean, which is in the English ordinal is reversed, 91. We've got the 1188 again, the 118. We are batteries. That's all we are. 1 + 1 is 3. Mum and dad and baby. And here again, we have, you know, demonstrating the heart symbol, which is supposed to represent love, but it actually doesn't. Now, again, poetic license. The word earth, stick a B in front of it. It's exactly the same phonetically as BIRTH, BERTH, but it's 19. 19. Baby is 30. Now, Logan uses this all the time in his decodes, the periodic table of the elements. Remember, this is all about the elements, and we're going to break it down. Elements is 30 and 42, meaning of life. Let's break down the word element. We've got L, E, ment. L, we know, is the god of this realm. E, we know, is electronic or electric. And ment, we know, is mind. L, E, ment, the electronic mind of God, AI. Okay, so it's called a periodic table. Well, a period is a length of time. School classes are called periods. And a woman's menstrual cycle is also known as a period. And I found it very interesting that the word menstrual contains Ra, lust, and men. Okay, we've got the R-A, Ra. We've got the L-U-S-T, and we have men. I'm saying nothing. I mean, you know, we talked about this. I mean, you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong. You know, two people love each other. I'm not being judgmental. All I'm saying is, you know, we can't deny what's basically right in front of our face.
And really think about it, Nigel. The word menstrual, it's spelled that way just to make sure you get all the components of Ra, lust, men.
Yeah. Why does it have a U? It doesn't need the U, does it?
It doesn't need the U if you want to pronounce it the way it sounds.
No.
Otherwise you'd say menstrual.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense. It's just that's the way it's constructed.
Yeah. So I'm saying nothing. Now, you know, you can pause this and read it if you want, guys, but Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, we all know the four most famous books of the New Testament. Verily I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crows, thou shalt deny me thrice, 3 times. Mark, verily I say unto you, that this day, even in this night before the cock crows, twice you shall deny me thrice. Luke, Peter, the cock shall not crow this day before you have thrice denied that you knowest me. Harry, you know, you were a Christian for many years. What does the to know mean in the Bible? The verb to know.
Well, it's to have had sexual relations with your mate.
Yep. Jesus answered him, will you lay down your life for my sake? Verily, verily, which means truly, truly, I say unto thee, the cock shall not crow until thou hast denied me thrice. What are the chances of that same thing being in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? Now, I'm not going to say this, guys. You can read it for yourself. We're all adults here, but we've got the 11881, the ones and the eights. We've got the 55 and the 55. What do we say to someone if I don't want that? You can stick it where the sun don't shine. 55. So what about the word periodic? IC is period plus IC. IC, the period, the time. Satan has a short time. Table of elements. Elements. What does ment sound like? Mens, mensa. Mensa is the Latin word for table. Periodic table of elements. This is what we're living in, guys. We're living in a matrix. Is there more than one? Well, if there is, it would be the plural of matrix is matrices. We've got the 88 again. We've got the 11, the 56 there. We've got the 88, which reduces to 7, reincarnating into this 7th realm. Now let's break down matrices. We've got ma, which we know means mother. We've got tri, as in 3, triplicate, triple. We know tri means 3, and then we've got CES, which is an anagram of ESC, which just happens to be the escape button on your keyboard. Remember, we are living in a computer. Harry, how many buttons on your keyboard would you never use, bro?
I'd say probably the full top row are very seldom used.
Well, we've got insert, we've got end,
yeah.
We've got enter, control, escape, shift. I mean, this button here, guys, You see this one here, Harry, that's got the arrow pointing from right to left. It's the same as the enter. Well, that key doesn't have a name on it, but that one does, and my computer does. It's backspace. Enter, enter the backspace. What's this whole thread about? We also have a delete button, which is the 1, 1, what's the 30? Again, the 3. The Holy Trinity, the 30, the matrix, the sun, the moon, and the earth. Chaldeans 26. What's 26? Letters in the alphabet. Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh, the name of God. And we've got the 111, which again is the Santa Claus, the 30 and the 111, the 30 and the 111. So then, Harry, we got into this a couple of times before, bro, about the yin yang, the male energy, the female energy. Do you want to explain what you were telling me before we started recording about the all or nothing?
Well, I think if you sit and just ponder it a little bit, you got two opposing items, right? You got the positive and the negative.
Yeah, the male and the female.
We know that if you add the positive and the negative together, you get zero.
Yeah.
We know that if you multiply the positive and the negative, you stay negative.
Yep.
But the bottom line is if you add the two halves together, you get one.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if they're opposing, you get zero. So in essence, the 1 and the 0 are the same.
There's a song just come into my head. I can't remember who sang it, but all or nothing.
Yeah.
Remember that one? All or nothing. Yeah.
Either you're all there or you're all gone.
Yeah.
And then that runs right into the 1, the 0, the on and off, the say 10, the 10.
The 10. Well, I found this. I wanted to copy and paste it, but it wouldn't let me. But positive and negative energy is something which many people are unaware of. And it's talking here about positive and negative energy cancelling each other out. It's called the articles database, positive and negative energy. There's a lot of information in there. So we have said that this represents our complete self, the energy that's in our avatar in this realm, and the opposite energy that's basically our higher self, our guardian angel, whatever you want to call it. So Harry and I are male, 50% male energy with 10% female energy. Our higher self is the remaining 40% female energy. So 50 and 50, everything and nothing. Too much of one will cancel out the other. The all or nothing, which represents the 1 and the 0, which is the on and off switch, which is the binary code, the matrix that we live in. It's all about balance. Libra, my birthday today, I told you I'm a Libran. I'm supposed to be well balanced. Balance, it's all about balance. Now, this is going to screw you up, guys. This really is going to blow you away. Have we all been sold out? We know, guys, everything in this realm is inverted, is upside down. What would you say if I suggested that the idea of all of us having a soul is another layer of deception? Stay with me here, guys, because what is soul is not what we think it is. And it's pretty cruel because we have all been in this duality.
The A55, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, the five does look like supposed to look like an S, but it's just a font, I suppose. Rabbit hole is a con. It's a con. It's probably the biggest con of all in this truth community, going down a rabbit hole. It just sounds so natural, Harry, doesn't it? When we say to go down the rabbit hole, it sounds so natural, but it's a con. It's a lie. Look, why is it a rabbit hole?
Yeah.
Guys, yeah, I'm an English teacher, but you don't need to be an English teacher to understand what a possessive is. If the hole belongs to the rabbit, it's not rabbit hole, it's rabbit's hole. Are you going to your sister house or your sister's house? It's the rabbit's hole. All those who believe they have a soul is it simply a fractal, a bit of the soul of Ra? Remember, we spoke about Ra in the menstrual. Ra, bit, soul, rabbit soul. A bit is a part in a computer program. You've got the byte, the BYTE, which is that section, and each 1 or 0 is called a bit. They Ra, bit, soul. Come on, I know I'm pushing it, guys, but nobody else is talking about this. Help me out here. Help us out here with your comments. Back to the 855. Jesus rode into Jerusalem on an ass. What's an ass, Harry, if not a stupid person? The word.
Yeah, I meet a lot of them every day. A lot of them.
My, yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of the 855s.
Yeah. The word is ass in the USA, yet in the UK, it's arse. Always has been. So therefore, the Americanism, hey, you asshole, is you arsehole in the UK. What does that sound like? You are soul. And oh, look, we've got the 55, we've got the 118, we've got the 8811. You can't make this up. If we add an E to soul, because we know that E is basically electric, electronic, as an email, e-bike, emotion, e-soul, it just happens to be an anagram of louse. And yeah, guys, we have got so much more on this, but you know, we don't want to make this into a 2-hour presentation. But before we go, let me just ask you, and again, this, guys, it relates back to the missing link, that the short video that we the previous one that we did to this. If you see those 2 words written down, they mean nothing because there's no feeling, there's no intonation. It could mean this, but it could also mean this. It's just words. We take them for what we think they mean. And what is it in gematria? It's the 30 that we've been talking about right from the start. What do you think, bro? You got anything to add?
There's a lot of connection between almost everything that we, like the test you gave me yesterday.
Well, it wasn't really a test, but I couldn't give you any. I couldn't run it. That PPT, I couldn't run it before I threw it at you because I needed to see your what was the first thing that came into your head.
Right.
You know,
and a lot of the comments were, oh, I mean, before I answer the questions, I usually think about stuff. Well, I could have sat here and thought about it, but then we're going to make this 5-minute video and it would have been 25 minutes.
Yeah.
It's all about, we think that we have these ideas in our mind, right? We think we have this knowledge, but did you ever think that the reason we immediately think about something is because we've been programmed that way? We
exactly.
were raised in front of the TV, in front of the computer. The teacher indoctrinated us into thinking a certain way. So naturally, you say to me, the cowboy rides into town on Friday, and then he leaves town 3 days later, and he leaves on Friday. Well, the only possible way that could happen is you're full of shit, or the horse's name is Friday. But you have to think about that. That's the only way. Yeah. And you're not used to having to think like that.
No. And that's why I'm saying this is a double deception, because, you know, if you meet someone and you think, you know, the bad guys, they have no soul. Well, what if they do have a soul and it's you that doesn't? What if the soul is evil? What if, and we are just good? And it was love good that, you know, she and I have been emailing each other, and thanks ever so much for what you've thrown my way. Love good. I'm not going to say a name, but yeah, she's made me think a little differently, right? She's made me shift from my own paradigm and start looking. Well, hang on a minute. We know we have a soul, do we? Do we? You know, she kind of said, well, Nigel, what if souls are not good, right? Or what we consider to be quote unquote good. And instead of having a soul, we just have good in us, or goodness, whatever you want to, however you want to refer to it, because we know everything's an inversion. You know?
Well, the other strong point that you made, and you didn't cover it too deeply, but you touched on it so people can sit and kind of ponder it. You use the keyboard. You use that keyboard for almost everything you're going to do. You're going to send an email. You're going to write a letter to someone. You got to communicate, whether it's on your phone or if it's on the computer. You have these keys, and these keys are metaphorically embedding in your mind these control mechanisms. Even the button itself is called control. The backspace. I mean, yeah, I want to back up and undo something, but why does it have to be called that necessarily?
Yeah.
The emphasis in this realm, and of course with the Catholic Church, the way that they're always being sued by the public, their ritualistic based system, their the thing that they bow down to and they use as a sacrament is sodomy.
Yeah.
We see it all the time. And these references, they're in our minds, constantly being drilled in, and we use it on a daily basis and we don't even realize it, and we're being programmed.
We should perhaps mention to our new subscribers to go back and look at the one that we did on the 666, which is the Greek 666, guys. Harry's Greek, don't forget. If you write out the 600, 60 and 6 in Greek and turn it over, the symbols actually spell SEX. There's a whole podcast on it with that symbol is actually the thumbnail. Go back and watch it. We excuse the pun here, but we took a deep dive, didn't we, Harry? We took a deep dive into that one, and it's all connected. It connects to the one that we just did with the that Harry just did with the heart. It's not a pump. It connects to this one. It's absolutely, it's all there. It's all there.
Yeah, they're focusing our attention in one direction because they want one thing from us. They want us to be like a rabbit.
Yep.
And multiply. That's why it's a rabbit hole. They use these symbolic animals because that's what they look at us. They look at us like sheep because they think we're stupid. They look at us like rabbits because they just want us to do one thing.
Yep. All right, guys, look, we've been going long enough. I know this one's a bit longer than normal, but there's a lot of information and we haven't even touched the surface yet. There's a lot more, a long way to go with this. Absolutely mind-blowing. So let us know what you think in the comments below. Yeah, I know there's loads more numbers that we could have touched on there, but I didn't want to detract from the ones that we wanted to primarily focus on, because not everybody is into the numbers. Especially I found the girls, a lot of girls, they, oh God, no, gematria and numerology, no, I hate it. But it runs this realm, guys. The pi, 3.14 and 2 million other numbers is the computer code that runs this matrix. And like Harry just said, guys, look at your own keyboard. Look at the keys on your keyboard. Look at which ones you never ever use. You don't even know what they're for.
Yeah.
I mean, what is insert? What's home? You know, I mean, we don't know.
Again, the name of these keys: insert, the backspace, the shift, the control. I mean, we know they're controllers, all right?
The escape.
And then the escape and go home. You know, that's what we want to do. We want to escape and go home. They don't want us to escape.
No.
And then the other thing, the delete. Is it delete or is it delete?
Yeah, of course it is. And even the shift key. Shift means move, doesn't it? Well, what's a shifter? In your car is a gear shifter, which looks almost like a phallus.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, let us know your thoughts, guys. We love you all, and we will see you very, very soon. Take care.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.